Hi and welcome to my playhouse in Portugal. So I am here in Portugal with my entire close family. That means my mom and my mom's husband, my brother and his wife. They are here for the first time, and right now they have taken the rental car. My mom, my brother and my brother's wife has taken the rental car, and they have gone out to do a bit of shopping, just more or less just so that my brother can get a feel for driving around in Portugal. And I'm a bit nervous about that because he had trouble getting out of my driveway, like bad trouble, on the way into the water meter and stuff. So yeah, I had to take it out of the driveway for him. So I hope it comes back in one piece. It's a rental, it would be a mess to have to deal with. So, but let's turn around so I can show you what we've been doing. I have taken this one down. It's a olive tree. This olive tree here, but it had a very big branch sticking in this way. And that very big branch made quite a mess right here in the small stone. So we have trimmed that down to hopefully it will make less of a mess. I do have a bit of a plan to trim this down a lot further. So I don't like olives, so I don't need the tree to give me a lot of olives. I just need it to look good. So the weather is awesome here. It's like 24-25 degrees in the shadow, and going around here in the sun is just lovely. Everything is green right now because they've had a lot of rain. Well, last time I was here in January there was a lot of rain. There were also a lot of storms. Just 4 days after I left here, they had a storm that they seldom have, like storm of the century. And this used to be my plastic garden table, which was located up here. It was actually sitting right there. That didn't survive, together with a chair, plastic chair, also was totally disintegrated in the storm. And I lost a couple of trees. I don't know if we can, oh, it's actually right there. This tree was located right here and it has fallen down. And my good friend Paul, who I purchased a house from, he stopped by and fixed the worst of the issues for me. So thank you, Paul. And it was so irritating because I had just left here. I've been home for like 3-4 days, and then I got an alert from my camera that someone was on my land, and it was Paul that was here to clean up. And I hadn't even heard about this storm thing, but yeah, I had a little bit of damage. We over here, this forest has been thinned out quite a lot because of the storm. There's multiple very large trees in there that got, you can actually see it right down there. It is. I'll zoom in on that big pine tree there, that got very tired and laid itself down. So a lot of trees in the neighboring forest over here that is no longer of much use. We can just go over there and show it. Da-da-da-da-da. Moving through the rocky parts. I planted these in the video. They're still here. Some of the sticks aren't. Oh, this one is bad. What happened to this stick? Don't know what happened to that, but they're still actually doing quite well. So we can kind of see the trees in here. There's multiple very large trees that didn't do well in this storm. And I had another big tree up here that I lost in here. I had a big tree sitting here, and that tipped over, actually tipped over this way and was blocking the, this is kind of a fire road, an emergency road. If there's a fire, vehicles can go up that road. So having a tree laying that way and blocking the road wasn't optimal. So me and Jesper removed that yesterday, and I am so out of shape. So not gonna lie, that was tough work. It didn't take long to saw it up, to split it up with the chainsaw, but moving it, whew, it's up there in the burn pile. Gonna have to ask for permission to burn it. You do that through a website, so it's doable. So other than that, don't get tired of that view. So haven't done much more than that actually. Oh, the neighbor has a very big tree. You can kind of see it. It's that thing that is also laying down. So that is like one of the trees where your arms aren't long enough to go around the stamp of it. So that's a bloody shame. Very huge, some sort of a pine tree. Internet is working. I was so sure that I would have to go up and fix it. It is working, but it is not working very well. So I might have to go up there at some point to see what the heck is going on. I was thinking about charging the drone up and send the drone up and look at it, just because I'm lazy. But it's very windy here. The microphone might have picked it up, so that's an option. Very seldom that I record a video from here and there is not some rental car right there. So another thing that broke in the storm was this door. It flew open, and me and Jesper repaired it yesterday, put in a lot of new screws here, and right now there's a stone so that it doesn't blow up, but I can still sneak in here. I'll just do that with the camera. So my garage is doing very well. I'm very happy with this garage, by the way, and I still have my solar project that I need to continue a little bit. You didn't see these. I think I showed these to my Patreon last time, but this is the metal to go on the roof of the garage to put up the solar panels. So metal beams, and there's all sorts of metal hardware here to put on the roof for the metal beam and to mount the solar panels and stuff. So I purchased that last time, the day before I left for home. Me and Paul and his family, they helped me get this home. They're too long to put on a Fiat 500 rental car. So I'm hoping that might be able to start that this time and get some of those in. I think they have to sit under or over this beam here, so that I can screw them into this nice big beefy beam, so that they are very secure. And there's a number of fastening along the way, so I need to go through and find out which of these good beams they will sit right under. I think this might be a good place where the tile is flat right under the beam. I think that's the preferable place to have it, but I have never mounted that before. I might have to go and watch a YouTube video before I start educating anyone else on how the heck to put this in. So yeah, it's meant to go under the, this is not how it looks. This is how it looks when it's being shipped. So yeah, might be something coming with that. So And today I'm visiting Cindy at Cindy's place, probably for the last time, because Cindy is forced to sell this awesome farm. I think I mentioned it very shortly in a previous video that yeah, her paperwork is messed up, and she has to leave Portugal, so she has been yeah, getting rid of animals, and the farm is up for sale, and it's probably already almost sold when you're watching this video. If not, I'll be sure to leave the details in the description. 98,000 euros if you're interested. You can always contact me and I'll forward you. We are playing with this robot lawnmower that I don't know why Cindy got all the great stuff this year, but she has gotten this. It's a Formula 1 lawnmower, and it does terrain a lot better than what I have back home. So we have been mowing a little bit here, forth and back. So I'm here with my mom and Jesper, and Cindy's friend Steve is here as well. So, and over here is a very annoying dog, and it is being called Yappy because it's barking all the time, and Cindy is really annoyed with it. So, oh, and Cindy has gotten her solar panels mounted on metal brackets. Okay, that looks pretty good, must admit. So metal brackets from, I think it was from Amazon, and then it has been strengthened with some wood here and there. So cool. And metal into the ground, because last time she had them mounted it was wood, and the wood rotted and it was a mess. So she was very worried that they would blow over in the wind, but they have kept up really nicely. And I have the app for her solar panel, so I can follow how much power they make. And well, at like 10:30 every day she's fully loaded with power. So yeah, I need to go back to my house and get my solar panels up and running as well, because there's really no reason to buy solar from the power company down here when you have thousands of watts coming in. These 4 panels are like 400 watts each, 430 watts actually. So there is like 4 times 4, that's 1600 and something watts. So that's actually over 1700 watts in just 4 panels. That's plenty of power for most use cases. At my place again, and today I have another task, something that really messed with us the other day. We were having a very nice family dinner here, and for once there was enough stuff after dinner to actually use the dishwasher, which is located right here at the moment. And it's because I have had someone chewing at the return pipe, I guess, the waste pipe from the dishwasher. So I've had a mouse problem underneath the cabinet here in the kitchen. I've cleaned it up really nicely, and suddenly the power went out, and when we couldn't get the power back on, we figured out that there were water on the floor here. So when the dishwasher was almost done and wanted to empty out all the water, somehow it tripped the circuit breakers, which is of course a good thing. So I am trying to fix this. My friend Paul has gone into town to see if he can get a new pipe of these. It seems I'm getting water out of it somewhere. So yeah, I'm messing with that. It has the weirdest power solution. You can turn off the the dishwasher just by unplugging this, and it has been taken down through the kitchen table, and you just plug it in. I'm not going to do that because I'm replacing that cable. It was located in a little plastic box right there, so the cable was very short and just sitting in there. I've moved the box over here because the cable for the dishwasher is that long, and it's really beneficial to be able to take the dishwasher a little bit out if there are some issues behind it. So I wanted to extend the cable that way. I'm extending the cable like the width of one of these kitchen cabinets, which I believe is about 60 centimeters. And so we're putting in a new cable, and I just purchased a good quality extension cable to put in, and I cut it off, and we're gonna connect it in the box with these thingies. I see, oh okay, I see some copper wires coming out. That means that when I was taking the dishwasher out, I have damaged some of these. They don't actually look too bad, so that's fine. So I'm working on that. Also, clearly this isn't shut when you shut it. That thing in there, am I pointing in the right place? Yeah, that thing, I've shut that off. It's not entirely shut off when you shut it off. So there's another issue right there. Okay, Paul was here and he helped fix the dishwasher. Now it's better than before. So it should be working, and it's better as before because now you can actually take the dishwasher out and do maintenance in the back of it, and all the cables will reach, cable and hoses. So yeah, that's an improvement. Oh, it's another beautiful day here in paradise. I have just had a visitor, Cindy Vine, which I have visited. Oh, actually in this video she just stopped by because we made kind of a deal, which you're gonna be seeing in the next video. So I'm gonna end this video, but I'm gonna end it with a little bit of a teaser for the next video, because behind me here is the largest lawnmower remote controlled that I've ever seen. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a video on this one, and Cindy dropped that off. So thank you, Cindy. And there's a huge box for it. So I'm also gonna ask Moderator if they would be happy to work with me, but that's gonna be in the next video. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.